How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? We are live. I'm very excited about this. Tonight is a special night. I'm really excited that later on tonight I'm going to be performing at the MIDI Innovation Awards, which is part of the world famous NAMM show, which normally happens in the States every January. And I'm gutted that, obviously this year it can't happen, but they're doing a virtual version. And I'm excited to be part of it. It's going to be really cool. I am waiting for them to start their stream because I'm not until later. We're going to have a watch party. We're going to enjoy the stream together. There's loads of amazing new music technology that they're kind of premiering. Very, very excited about it. It's about to start. But before we do, who's watching? Where are you watching from? That we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mixcloud Live. So please tell me where you're watching from. And if you're watching live or on the replay, how is everybody doing? Happy Thursday. I love Thursday nights. It's my chance to go live, make some music, do some fun stuff. I'm very, very excited about this. Hello to Stick or Mouse. Yeah, boy, he's here. Always represent. Thank you so much, Stick or Mouse, for being here. Tuning on Twitch. I know we're there live on Facebook as well. Big up FCMP, who says still stuck on part-time dropout, which is a song I did a long time ago. You're going back there, my brother. Big up Susanna, who's watching from London. Happy Thursday. Oh, yes, Susanna, good to see you. Big up to Anonymous Albatross over on YouTube. Big up to Beardy Rasta Life. Good to see you, everybody. Let me know where you are and if you're live or on the replay. I'm just waiting for them to start the music tech. What's it called? MIDI Innovation Awards live stream. Should be starting any minute now. What we're going to do is watch the live stream together until the moment when I do my show, and then we'll still watch that. Still be part of this, but I'm kind of streaming a live stream, streaming somebody else's stream. I've never done that before, so I've had some fun today learning how to do that. It's cool. Big up to Rich and Tracy watching in Southampton. Hello, guys. It's lovely to see you. Big up to Stick or Mouse again. He is live and from London City. So if you don't know what the MIDI Innovation Awards is, it's, here we go. They've started. It's a huge award. I can't remember what the prize is, but it's worth thousands of pounds or dollars. So there's been a whole bunch of finalists shortlisted. And tonight the jury are going to decide who wins this massive prize. So it's people who've created MIDI controllers, MIDI performances, artistic installations, incredible stuff. And there's going to be loads of live performances as well tonight, including not just from myself, but also from Tim Exile, who we've had on the stream recently, and one of my heroes, Shawn Wasabi. If you don't know him, he's incredible. I'm such a fanboy, and I'm excited that he's going to be part of the judge panel as well. So I'll be excited to meet him. So big up to Earl Oscar Steven Santalan. Strong name, my friend. Nitch here in Makati City, Philippines. Kinch here. Did I say your name? Yeah, Kinch. Oh, cool, man. So we're Philippines. We've got lots of UK crew today. Big up to anyone around the world. I love live streaming. I love the way you can connect the world up a little bit. So their live stream has started. It's got a countdown timer. So let's see if I can bring that up here. Oh, they've got 1 minute to go. You can call me Kinch. Hello, Kinch. Good to see ya. Big up. Oh, Facebook is working too. Big up to Darren. Big love to you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be an exciting night. Lots of music tech to geek out about. All the most cutting edge new inventions going to be showcased in 36 seconds. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being here with me. Big up to Sergio, who says let's do it. Yeah, how about we do it? I'm gonna do a little bit of a, like, I always have music on my countdown timer. Theirs has gone a bit quiet, so I'm gonna do some music for you. There you go. That's how to do a countdown timer. Oh, it started. From the rattled London. Brought to you by the Music Hackspace and the MIDI Association. This is the MIDI Innovation Awards 2021. Oh, no sound. Oh, I should leave a comment. I should leave a comment to them. But there's no sound. We can't hear you. Oh, there's loads of people chatting. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Someone will tell them to turn their sound up. Can you guys? Could you guys hear the sound there from their little introduction that they did? Let me know if you guys could hear the sound at all. But I just heard a little intro. Like I could hear that, but now I can't hear this. So Darren is going to be voting granular.
Good afternoon.
There's their sound.
7:01
There it
a.m.
is.
in Australia.
Good day.
Now, if you are watching on Facebook, give us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you want to win something awesome, here's what you need to do. Share the live video right now. If you're watching on Facebook now, give that video a share. And what we'll do at the end of the show is pick some of you lucky sharers to win some awesome prizes at the end of the show.
Over the next 2 hours, we're celebrating some of the most incredible innovation. You'll see their pitches, some performances from some amazing artists who use MIDI instruments, and also one from me. And at the end, you'll see the top three as decided by our judges, which will be awarded prizes worth over $20,000.
$20,000?
$20,000! That's
Whoa.
a lot of dollars.
That's a lot of money.
$20,000, y'all. $20,000. That's amazing.
And let's be honest, MIDI has had quite the history. Let's kick off with a little recap of the MIDI journey so far. Let's take a look at this.
I love MIDI. I love how 80s it is.
Musical Instrument Digital Interface.
Oh, is that what it stands for?
Music technology standard that connects digital musical instruments, computers, and mobile devices with
I'm
the
loving the
world of
80s
art.
music they're
MIDI
using.
is used every day by musicians, DJs,
To introduce MIDI.
producers, film scorers, hobbyists, educators, and artists to create, perform, learn, and share musical and artistic works. All of the projects that we will see tonight were created using the MIDI 1.0 protocol that started a musical revolution back in 1983. And now, with the recent introduction of MIDI 2.0, music and the arts are poised for a new and exciting generation of innovations, products, and creative works inspired by MIDI 2.0's vastly expanded capabilities and smoother workflow. The MIDI Innovation Awards is a celebration of the community of makers. By connecting MIDI-based companies, individuals, and artists with their audiences in the music industry, the awards provide a worldwide launchpad to showcase the latest innovations.
This is so cool. This is just like a geek out heaven. Love those rolly keyboards as well. Susanna says, I was going to ask you what MIDI is exactly. Have they answered it for you? It's a way you can control any kind of music software or hardware. It's an interface and a protocol for connecting between devices.
There's some amazing products that have been built with MIDI. So let's hear now from Jeff Rona, the co-founder and the first president of the MIDI Manufacturers Association in 1983, and see some more examples of MIDI products.
My name is Jeff Rona. I'm a founder of the MIDI Association, and I'm on the board of advisors of the Bob Moog Foundation. The history of MIDI has always been about...
Sounds like you're going to find out a lot more about MIDI now, Susanna. This is going to be an education.
Thinking about what can happen.
Big up, Todd, Energy Crew.
Of technology into the world of music and audio production. MIDI began as a small group of passionate people.
Kinch wishes he could get a portion of that 20 grand. Oh, you should have entered, bruv. You should have innovated something. Next year.
The most creative people out there. Bob Moog was very similar in his own philosophy of bringing new tools and innovation into music. And he was an important part of getting MIDI off the ground, along with everybody else from so many companies and countries and backgrounds. So here's to continued innovation and new ideas, and it's so great to be able to honor people whose thinking brings us further and further along in the path towards absolute brilliance in making music and audio.
That's mad. Imagine being able to play that on a push.
Thank you, Jeff. Now we have 10 incredible finalists from all across the globe joining us live tonight. Fingers crossed, with a bit of help from technology, we should see those 10 finalists. They are everywhere from Wales and London here in the UK to America, India, Europe, and everywhere in between. Fingers crossed this works, folks. We are live right now. It is technology and it's 2021. Anything can happen. We are going to hopefully give a little wave to our finalists joining us via the power of Zoom. Tim, fingers crossed.
Be the futuristic technology of Zoom.
They are, it worked, it worked.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that worked.
Fantastic.
Thank you guys. We'll be chatting to you each individually very, very
I know that feeling. Is it going to work?
These finalists have been shortlisted from all of the entries to show the world their creations to you tonight. Now you, the audience, can also get involved and you can vote for your favourite. Now we're not allowed to vote, Tim. We have seen them. They're all amazing. And if you'd like to vote for your favourite, you can see on screen here. Just go to musichackspace.org/MIA 2021. That's musichackspace.org/MIA 2021.
Great. So throughout the evening, we also have some incredible performances exclusively for us.
Oh,
from
yeah.
some of the planet's most innovative artists, including Chagall, SK Shlomo,
Yeah.
Shawn Wasabi. And we've seen some rehearsals.
It's me.
Performances are amazing.
Well, it will be.
We've also assembled a panel of industry experts. We've got 6 judges who are masters of their arts, again, all around the world, joining us via Zoom as well. Can we give a little wave and say hello to our judges? Give us a wave, judges, and hopefully we'll be able to say hello to you via the power of Zoom, Facebook Live, and YouTube, all coming together to give us a little hello. Hello, judges, give us a wave.
Hello,
There
judges.
they are. Hello, judges.
Hello.
Oh my goodness me, look at that.
Fantastic.
They can hear us. We'll be chatting to all of you very, very shortly as well. So don't go away.
Don't go away. So our lineup includes music producers, artists, sound designers, innovators, lecturers, TED talkers, and company presidents. Between them, they've sold hundreds of thousands of books and racked up millions of YouTube hits.
Yeah, so it's safe to say they know their stuff, and we'll be chatting to each of them.
Thanks for liking the stream, Simon
Now
Dundas.
we're going to kick things off with a little chat with our head judge, Dr. Kate Stone, who joins us live from Los Angeles. Technology permitting, Kate, hopefully you can hear us. We're going to make it so that we can hear you. We'd love to say hello to you, Kate. Are you there broadcasting to Los Angeles? Can you hear us, Kate?
I can hear you from an Airstream in LA. Yeah, I hear you.
Airstream rock and roll, people, rock and roll.
Oh my God, wow, that's great. So Kate, you're a scientist and you've been involved in the music technology world for years, and we know you're a big fan of innovation. So what are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing, I guess, a little bit how people's minds work, to how they can use their minds to create experiences that can allow different people to have an input musically and to make things happen. So I want to see how people, put their mind to use to allow other people to express themselves in ways they couldn't before.
Well, we are just as excited as you are, and we can't wait to get started. So should we do it, Tim?
Let's do it. Let's
meet our first finalist as we head off to Mexico City, where Martin Rivera is going to present to us Symphony of the Human Body. We're going to have a look at this very shortly. He is finalist number 1. It's a pretty cool thing that he's done, and you need to see it to believe it. We're going to take a look in just a moment. It is Symphony of the Human Body from Martin Rivera. Are we ready, control room, to see that entry?
Did I imagine
Let's
that? Or
take a
did
look.
someone just say, did the person who just got interviewed say, that was so awkward, they'd have forgot to turn that sound off? Oh, what's happening? Yes, Symphony of the Human Body.
Hello, my name is Martin Rivera. I am a musician and developer from Mexico City, and my focus is on music technology. My submission to the MIDI Innovation Awards is the interactive installation Symphony of the Human Body. The objective is to teach young people about the systems that make up the body by using music. So each organ system corresponds to an instrument ensemble in an orchestra. Our challenge was to engage with the audience using music instruments, a coherent soundtrack, and generative animations in a custom LED screen. The audience uses 10 different MIDI controllers, keyboards, drum pads, MIDI guitars, and so on. So when you play one, a music sequence starts, and the notes you play quantize to the tonality of the piece. In front of you, a representative organ of a specific bodily system takes form. As you perform
that
with
looks
each
pretty.
controller, the music layers into a song, and the colors
Look
and
at that
movements and
gorgeousness.
animations increase in complexity. This diagram shows the parts and
So pretty.
relationships in the system. An Ableton Live session manages the input from the MIDI controllers. It handles audio and filters MIDI messages in order to relay them to a custom app developed in processing using the MIDI Bus library and Loop MIDI for back and forward communication. The processing app gets the node messages to activate animations and process continuous control values to increase the dynamism according to the number of animations activated. It also sends control messages to initialize and manage the session transport. As a fun Easter egg, one of the test patterns implemented is a punk game, so you can control the paddles with the modulation wheels of the keyboards. That is my project in a nutshell.
So I want this.
Thank you very much for your consideration.
So cool.
The MIDI Innovation Awards.
I want all of these things. This is going to be a whole show of me like drooling over tech.
Fantastic, Martin. Thank you. Your installation, I think it shows how much MIDI has transcended its original purpose, which was the control of musical instruments, and to become a multimedia protocol. And what you've done, I think, transcends the original dream of MIDI. So, bravo. Kate, I wonder if there's any aspect of Martin's installation that you'd like to hear about.
It's kind of cool.
That's tight. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Sorry, you're asking me.
Yeah, sorry, Kate.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was literally.
No.
I'm gonna probably do some soldering while we have to sit here for 2 hours.
Kate, what we're going to do, we'll just ask
Look at
whoever
these
that is
cool
to
3D
mute
printed
their
piano
microphone.
pieces.
That's
Right.
amazing.
As much as
That's
we'd love to hear
amazing.
about soldering
Someone's
for 2 hours,
soldering.
whoever that was. Kate, we are with you, by the way. So you are absolutely right.
Some engineer is soldering while they're waiting for here for 2 hours. This is cracking me up.
Kate, sorry, Tim was asking you what your thoughts were on
I
Martin's
love
video
how
that we
live
just
this
saw.
is.
Yeah, or is there anything you'd like to ask Martin about what you just saw?
So yeah, I really love the video, and I'd like to.
I love how
ask-
she's now
ask
pretending she was
Martin,
watching it.
What do you feel your installation? So what meaning do you feel your installation brings to people who experience it? Because I know I create a lot of installations, and I love to think about the experience and the feelings that people will use it. And I wondered when you were designing it, what meaning did you feel you wanted it to bring to people?
It's a great question.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Kate. And just want to say that I feel really happy and really honored to be among these amazing innovators and creators. I guess that the main purpose of this work was to approach young people, young audiences, childs, and
grown-ups,
have
please.
a moment to share
We want to play with
them
it too.
a little bit of amazement, and to use that amazement to convey a little bit of information, a little in a didactic way, to to use music, to use these interactions, to use the visual aspect of it, to make it fun for them, to teach something about science, about biology, about the body in this case, but to make it fun for them, so they feel that learning is fun, and it should be.
Definitely for big kids, Susanna.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Martin. A great question from head judge Kate and Martin. Well answered. All the best for tonight, mate. We'll find out the results later in the show.
Great. So let's catch up now with another of our.
I love this. It's kind of like
judging panel,
it's kind of like got a
Shawn
Blue
Wasabi,
Peter type
our
of format,
YouTube
but it's
megastar
about
and the king of controllers.
it's about geeking
Shawn,
out about MIDI
You
controllers.
know you love pushing boundaries as an artist and producer, and this is the perfect event for you to judge, surely.
Yo, yeah, thank you for having me on here.
Oh, it's Shawn Wasabi.
I'm Shawn Wasabi. I press buttons.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
I do a lot of cool things in Ableton. Dude, I watch all the videos from like all these like really amazing engineers, like innovators, and they're all super talented. And it's giving me a hard time just to like nail it down to like what I really liked and what was my favorite and like what I didn't like. But yeah, I guess we're all gonna find that out in the next couple of hours. Wait, did you ask me a question? My bad.
Shawn, I feel that we could talk to you all night. But what we'll do for now, let's look at our next finalist, and then we'll get your comments after that, because I think you might have one or two things to say to him, because I think you'll be very impressed.
Shawn Wasabi is not only so talented, he's just a sweetheart as well.
France, we are going to say hello to Damien Lebouler, hope I said that right, Damien, who's going to bring us his entry, Enhancia, the Niovi MIDI ring controller. Let's take a look at this from Damien.
I'm excited about this one, the MIDI ring.
Let's take a look.
Enhancia, I want one of these. I really want one of these.
Hello everybody, I'm Damien and today I represent the French company Enhancia. I'm here to present you our first expressive controller, the Neova MIDI ring. Music, like movies or video games, has seen tremendous advancement thanks to technology over the past decades. We have created new instruments, each more powerful than the next, but the way we control them must also improve. Today, a producer needs to play on his keyboard, then add effects through the post-production process. Everything is thought out, calculated, so there is no more space for expression. This is why we created Neova. Neova is a MIDI ring which controls musical effects thanks to intuitive hand gestures to enhance your musical experience. Neova lets you express yourself without taking away your hands from the keys. You can control several parameters.
I should have saved up some money before I watch this, because I'm going to have to go and buy all these toys.
Natural possible way. It aims to complete your favorite instrument to extend its possibilities. Neova is MIDI compliant through USB and DIN connectivity, so it can be used to control both hardware and software instruments. So about the gestures, we have the first one called the vibrato, which is performed by simply moving your hand back and forward from left to right. You also have the pitch bend.
That's sick.
Then we have the roll, which is performed with a simple roll of the hand, and tilt. And both can be used at the very same time. So on these instruments, for example,
I always feel jealous of the person who innovated it. They just have it already.
Pitch bend.
That's cool.
And I have also the tilt.
I would rinse that. I would make that work so hard. If anyone's feeling there's some desires for gear right now, let me see in the comments. Susanna says, want. I'm with you. I want it. I want it so bad. Enhancia. That's got my vote so far. Honestly, that looks really fun. I know there's been a few products like that in the past. There's a few different MIDI rings, but that one looks, I looked on it before, it looks really cool.
Predicts the applications that MIDI 2.0 and MPE were developed for, which is, to add extra axes of expression to MIDI controllers. And what's really wonderful about the Neova MIDI ring is that you can actually add it to any of the many really affordable MIDI controllers that are already available today. So Shawn, over to you. Have you got a question for Damien and about the Neova MIDI ring?
Hey Damien, awesome presentation. So I've tried a few different MIDI rings, and I've had my experiences with each one. And what I'm super impressed with and what I really appreciate about yours was the pianist sort of musical instrumentational perspective of for example, if I'm playing fortissimo on a piano, I would angle my wrist sort of this way. Yeah. Yeah, and there's like different things about that where it's not just that, but also like sort of the physiology and like how I would like pronate or supinate my elbow whenever I'm like playing piano and like reach towards like the end of the keyboard, or like it's all these small things. And especially you have the dock that connects to your computer and it charges that way. And like instead of like plugging in a cable, I tried with like the other MIDI rings. Like all you had to do is like place the MIDI ring down on this dock and it charges, and like you can go to sleep and wake up in the morning and it's like fully charged, and like you don't have to worry. It's like charging your phone like by your bedside at night. And you've taken that concept.
I love
and,
how
like,
much
this
she's
sort of
buzzing
user
about
interface
it.
friendliness, which I super appreciate. So the one thing I wanted to ask was, what were the challenges and the problems that you're very much proud of in terms of like the whole, what I guess it took like years or months, and there's this whole like playtesting and like doing all the prototyping and all these sort of things along the way. I wanted to ask you what was the thing you're most proud of accomplishing in that whole process?
That's a really great question. I think the most challenging part has been to make it really like a regular jewel. Like the technology is really transparent. If you don't know that it's a MIDI connected ring, you can't guess that it's technological stuff. And we had a lot of challenge to make it so tiny, so integrated, so that it could really fit on the player's habits without being too invasive on the play. Yeah.
Great.
Well answered. Good luck to you. Best of luck. Stay tuned later on in the show to find out the results. Now, I have a treat for you. You'll notice my good friend Tim has disappeared. I'll tell you why. We have a performance for you.
Oh, Tim's going to perform.
You probably haven't seen before.
Love Tim Exile.
Exactly
he was on this stream of two, 3 weeks ago. Absolute
bring
don.
you this very special performance. We've still got 8 finalists we've not yet seen tonight, and you can have your say on the winners as the show goes on. We'll remind you of that, and remember, at the end of the show, the judges will be deciding a 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. Tim, I hope you're ready. Over to you, my friend.
Go on, Tim. He's got endless going on. Such a don. Kind of sounds like a futuristic version of Doctor Who. Oh, he switched to his phone. So cool, like endless, you can switch to a different device. It's all in the cloud. There it is, it's on his laptop. I'm doing another endless stream this time next week. I'm really excited about it, just to mess around. It's just, honestly, I think it's the most advanced way of live looping there is. They've sampled his voice into the keyboard. Yes, Tim. He's got it on his other machine too. So cool. Oh, he's got the stems. That's something I'm going to be trying next week. So, building a track in Endless and then smashing it into your DAW. You can just drag the stems right in and you can start creating like a finished track out of your looping jam. Susanna says he's just showing off. That's the point. That's the whole point. Simon says, how good was that? Wait, he's still going. The guys are done. Everyone's buzzing off a bit of Tim Exile. Well done, Tim Exile.
That is epic. You are a wizard. We'll give him a few seconds to make his way back over here. And Tim will shortly explain to you how you can join in. So if you want to get involved in that jam, stay tuned because we'll tell you how. What we're going to do now is have a quick message from one of our sponsors.
Sounds like they're going to do an endless jam. Should we raid them? Should we jump in?
Modelling. And then very shortly we'll be meeting our next finalist. Tim, get your way back over here. So don't get too close. Remember the rules.
Yeah.
That's it. Air high five. That is amazing, mate. You are a wizard.
Ah, bless.
I'll call you a wizard. You ready with that message from Audio Modelling, folks? Get ready. Little promotional message from our friends. And then
just open mouth, right total skills. I'm with you, man.
After this.
Legend.
So, you have a gazillion keyboards, plugins, and controllers.
Is it an ad break?
Talk to one another. And even on stage, you're loading different sounds for each.
It's the most targeted advertising I've seen all year.
Well, no more. Musicians across the world now all share one solution to get full control of their keyboard setup. Camelot. Hardware and software sets.
What is Camelot? Want this?
Just with the touch of a button. You do what you do best. Just play and deliver the greatest show. Leave the rest to us. Choose Camelot, the plug-and-play solution to rule them all.
Ooh, I need to get a notepad.
Huge thank you, of course, to all of our sponsors for helping to make this incredible event happen. I know it's virtual this year. Fingers crossed, Tim. We'll be in Anaheim next year.
Next year we'll be in Anaheim.
And we can do it in real life for
Anaheim.
NAMM 2022. We have everything crossed for that. By the way, what you were just showing us then, that's Endless, right?
That is Endless, yeah. So actually Endless, I run Endless. I started Endless.
Yeah.
And it's a live collaborative music making platform. So I was using the desktop software, Endless Studio, which we just launched in December.
Yeah.
And then I was also handing off to my mobile phone. So we've got an iOS app and a desktop app. It syncs in real time. And then I went over to Pro Tools and I dragged it into Pro Tools to start building a track. So that was just me doing that, but you can also do that with multiple people around the world. So
hold that thought.
Okay, yes.
Because here's what I'm thinking. I have an idea.
Right.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Bear with me on this. One more quick promo message from our friends at Audio.
We're going to jam with them, guys.
Tim's brain. Take a look at this.
Get your Endless devices ready.
Audio modeling started off creating a technology called synchronous waves acoustic modeling.
I've never enjoyed the ad breaks on a show so much.
Emulating acoustic instruments in a very expressive way.
That means that we are not using samples on our sound engine, but a model that creates in real time and generates the sounds.
Physical modeling has long been known as a method that you can really add a lot of expression to an instrument, but it's difficult to create a very lifelike sounding acoustic instrument. Audio modeling has really conquered that, especially when you play them with a keyboard combined with an expression pedal and a breath controller, for example.
Now, Tim, you mentioned there that it's like a global platform. So this is something people can join in?
Yes, exactly. So what I've done is I have created a link to that jam there.
Okay.
So we're going to throw up this link on the screen now, hopefully.
Yeah. We're going to see that in a second.
Bitly link. We'll see it in a second.
Yeah.
If you click on that link, it will take you to that jam, and you can then pick up where I left off.
I see it there. So
I am all over this.
MIDI Awards.
So is Tickle Mouse.
Yeah, if you head to that link.
I'm going, got my iPad ready.
You'll also need to download the app. So if you've got an iOS device, iPad or iPhone, just head to endless with 3 S's.fm and you'll be able to download the mobile app. Well, it'll give you a link to where to go to the App Store to download the mobile app. We've also got a desktop app. If you want to go and buy that desktop app, it's currently 50% off.
What a bargain, people.
What a bargain! What a bargain! And you know,
what a bargain.
You can join in from your DAW, you can join in from your laptop, your desktop, or your phone, and just jam. And I know there's going to be a bunch of endlessers out there who'll be in that jam who can show you the ropes. So
here's what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Logging in, I'm adding it.
If you want to join in, you saw the link, get involved. Let's check in on that in a little bit and see if we've had any new content added from the Endless community.
Nice.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Good plan.
Now, we are going to meet another one of our judges now.
I'm opening an Endless right now.
To say hi to Craig Anderton, who hopefully by the power of Zoom, there you are, Craig. Hello to you.
Well, hello there. How are you?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right, aren't we, Tim?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Good. Yeah.
I can see why you made this whole thing virtual, so we wouldn't get into fist fights about which ones we thought were better.
Listen, it's tough tonight. It's really, really tough. All 10 entries are incredible. I know you wanted to ask a question to Craig, didn't you?
Yeah, so Craig, as well as being president of the MIDI Association and an industry veteran, am I right that you've written more books on music production than anyone else on the planet?
I don't know if that's something to brag about, but yeah, it's about 45 books or so.
Wow!
I'm working on another one right now. So.
Because 45 just isn't enough.
I've been doing it for a long time. I am like 104 years old. So,
yeah. we are so grateful for you joining us tonight because we know that your expertise is going to be quite hard to argue with when it comes to the judges' deliberation, I would say, later on in the show. So, Craig, stay right there. We are going to say good evening now to Slovenia, where our third finalist, Andrej Kabal, is going to present to us Granurons. So stay right there, Andrej. We'll be chatting to you in just a moment. We are going to take a look at your video presentation.
Okay, so I've got the Endless Jam going. I don't know if you can hear it there on my iPad. It doesn't look like anyone else has jumped in yet, so I'm going to do it. Can you hear that, guys? You have to click the link. Susanna's saying, have you found their jam yet? If you go to the link they said, I think it was bit.ly/ oh, what was it? It's gone out of my head. Did I save it on my iPad when I typed it in? I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it in the chat. But basically, it's sounding pretty good. Can you hear that on here? What was it? Susanna says she got it. What was the link just so I can put it on here if anyone else wants to join? I'm going to have a play with this. bit.ly/ MIDI Awards Jam if anyone wants to join in. There it is. I'm going to have a play with this. It's fun, man. I love Endless so much. Can I add some of my voice to this? If I'd have known this was going to happen, I'd have rigged my sound card up to it. Yes, it's gone in. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that through my mic. That's sounding good. Anyway, let's go back to their stream and see what they're up to. Pause that for now. What's going on in the stream?
Spectral model, a morphing sampler model, and an effect model. All of these models and their transformation can be then sent and layered in the synth engine. Granurize also features an advanced MPE and bidirectional MIDI integration. The Rolly Blocks MPE bidirectional integration develops some really interesting concepts of modular MIDI and tends to break the boundaries between hardware and software.
I feel like I can hear some of Susanna on the Endless Jam now. There's some opera going on in there right now. Big up, Susanna. Simon says, yo, we can hear it. Thank you for telling me. I love how real time this thing is.
Combining all of these concepts and all of the granularized sound models, basically we can build a whole composition from a simple sound source.
Thank you.
I'm getting carried away with Endless. Let's go back to listening to these guys.
Software that really thinks about hardware, and the way that he's integrated it with the Rolly blocks really feels like an end-to-end instrument. And he's really made he's made the digital interface part of MIDI disappear, which I think is wonderful. So, Craig, is there anything that you'd like to hear directly from Andre about?
Yeah, actually, I mean, I'm very intrigued by it. I like the idea of you sort of getting inside the waveform, as opposed to just like sample playback type thinking. The one question I had was, I was spending quite some time on your site because it was interesting.
Susanna says that was amazing. My first addition to someone else's jam. It's a buzz, isn't it? It's a buzz. It can be quite addictive. My advice is don't dive into it late at night because you can find yourself losing hours just because it's a thrill. Other people interacting with you and jamming with what you're making and like putting effects and messing around with what you're doing. It's thrilling, so just, don't do it too late at night.
About the delay, the latency involved.
Yes, my heart is racing.
I mean, it could be even lowered. This was just a conceptual idea.
Look at this guy's studio.
Can we even lower the buffer? And
that looks amazing.
Because we were thinking more like you have like to capture maybe.
FCMP says it's amazing watching everyone being able to do this in real time. Honestly, Endless is an absolute game changer. This time next Thursday, I'm going to be doing a whole Endless stream, and you guys can jam with us too. We're gonna. I've got an idea for when I make my album. What I'm planning is to make a collaborative album. I'm working on my second album at the moment. It's super ravey, and I've got a bunch of people I was hoping to co-write with, but unfortunately, with the current situation, how am I going to co-write? So my plan is we'll do live streams, and I'll connect with my collaborators over Endless. Start a jam, start playing around, start messing around, and then I'll bring it into Ableton and start polishing that up into like finished tunes. So I'm experimenting with that idea this time next Thursday. As you know, I go live every single Thursday, and I'm excited about that idea. I think it's going to be cool. Also, whilst I've got your attention, if you've tuned into any of my tech masterclasses, remember we have a creation challenge open at the moment where you could win a Shure prize. It's a prize bundle with a mic and an interface and some headphones, which is very exciting. And if you want to win that, all you have to do is experiment with some tech of your own. It's really easy to do. I've set some really simple instructions for you. If you want to join in, you need to go to the creation challenge here, which is skshlomo.com/creation to kind of take part in this. It closes this time next week. Is that right? Yeah, it closes this time next week, and then the following week we'll play the highlights on my Thursday stream. So if you'd like to win this incredible bundle from Shure, you can have a go. Just go to skshlomo.com/creation. Have a look there. I'm really excited to see what you guys make. Also, whilst I'm telling you about my various projects, we've opened a community WhatsApp group because there's so many lovely people kind of taking part in these live streams and in my Zoom rooms, and it just felt like a community. So we've started our own kind of WhatsApp group. We're calling ourselves the Creation Lounge. So if you want to come and join the Creation Lounge and be part of a lovely community, go to shlo.link/WhatsApp. And there's just a like-minded kind of community of people who are making stuff and supporting each other and just interacting. It's just fun. Anyway, let's get back to this. We're supposed to be, if you just join me, we are watching, this is a watch party for the MIDI Innovation Awards, which is an international event celebrating, music tech. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be performing later on in the night. So far, we've already seen Tim Exile, the creator of Endless. He did an incredible performance, and we've seen loads of really juicy new technology. So let's go back to the stream and see how they're doing.
Changing things. So I'm looking for both. I mean, I think that we have 10 extraordinary entrants, and one thing that really impresses me about them is how global the participants are, and that speaks to
shout out to Lydia.
Power.
Thank you, Lydia Watts, for liking the stream.
We live in a networked world. Increasingly, H.G. Wells in the 1930s talked about the world brain, and this is before electronics. He talked about the vision of integrating all the world's knowledge and the world's perspectives into a unified whole. And now we have that. And music has always been at the forefront of digital innovation. The business models, back to file sharing and synthesis, all these things, mean that music in general and MIDI in particular have a very important role to play, not just in making better musical tools, but actually demonstrating how we can all be more connected to one another.
So this show's fun, but I feel the most fun is the performances. I'm looking forward to whoever's the next performer.
Best answer we could have imagined to get from that. That is incredible. John, stay where you are if that's all right, because we'd love to get your thoughts and a question for our next finalist. Now, John mentioned we have a global database of people that entered tonight. Our 10 finalists are from all corners of the world. And our fourth finalist we're going to meet now comes from Toronto, Canada. The innovation is Tablix. It comes from Gurpreet Khanna, and we're going to take a look at this VT right now.
Oh, Tablix. This one is sick. I've seen that one on the website. I'm excited about this one.
The tabla is over 200 years old, and its language is said to exist since the beginning of time. I've been learning this language and playing the tabla since the age of 3. Good day and Sat Sri Akal, everyone. My name is Gurpreet Khanna, and I'm coming to you from Surman Studio in Toronto, Canada, and I'm very excited to share Tablix with you. Tablix is a digitally augmented tabla, a conversation between the language of the tabla, music production technology, and MIDI. The tabla language is like beatboxing, where every bow you say has a corresponding finger gesture, stroke, and sound. Da, din, din, da, tidikatagidigina, da, triktikatatrikada. The tabla is a melodic percussion instrument. Each bora or treble drum has a natural frequency, and it is important to tune to the root note or tonic of the song you are playing or whomever you are accompanying. Additionally, you can compose melodies with these tuned bora known as tabla tarang. Tablix started with the desire to communicate with technology in a way that stayed true to the ergonomics, technique, and art form of playing the tabla, all the while making it sound great and more flexible to tour, set up, and collaborate with. The first creative project and goal was to digitally pitch shift the tabla in real time, and then to compose, produce, and perform digital tabla tarang by processing tabla rhythms through programmed MIDI.
That is sick. That is just sick. He's playing the melody on his tabla. I think this might be my favorite. I think this should win.
Tablix is continuously evolving. I started by trying existing hardware, which was limited in synergizing the tabla technique, and then I explored off-the-shelf software, which was CPU and latency heavy. This ultimately led me to developing a custom 3-part max patch, which marries tabla audio with MIDI quite efficiently.
Oh, we built something in Max.
Tablix aims to continue down the research and development path to evolve into the most synergistic digital hand percussion instrument. Aligned partnerships and collaborations with technological creatives and companies can help realize this expressive instrument, while leading to the expansion of imagination and musical creation in the digital canvas for artists in global markets. Thank you for taking the time to Tablix with me.
That's my favorite.
Thank you, Gurpreet. So
Tablix, that's my favorite so far.
We've seen MIDI used to augment a specific musical form or genre, which I think is super exciting. So these kind of tools can be very, very powerful, both culturally and commercially. We know that Antara is famous.
Who are you guys feeling so far? Who gets your vote? Are we still able to vote? I feel like they closed the public vote, but
multiple.
For me, it would be that Tablix is sick.
John, do you have a question for Gurpreet? about his innovation.
Susanna agrees.
I certainly do. And first
Tablet
of all,
should
I
win.
want to congratulate him on making that bridge between a centuries-old musical tradition and MIDI in the 21st century. That alone is intriguing. And I'm well aware of the capabilities of the tabla, having hung out with Zakir Hussain in San Francisco. Where
I'd like to have a go on tablets, but put my voice through it. I wonder if anyone's done that.
I think really relates to.
I reckon because I did quite a lot of. I've had quite a lot of fun playing around with like tabla rhythms, like. So imagine like the controller he had. He was like creating melodies out of the tabla. I reckon that would be fun to process your voice through.
Efficiency in tabla playing, so they can exploit all the.
Basically, I'm gonna have to write to the music hack space who put together this show and just be like, can you put me in touch with every single person who was involved, please?
Because they can squeeze interesting rhythmic or tonal effects out of it. Who ultimately is the end user, and how would you prioritize them in terms of the impact that you see your invention having?
Thank you very much for that question, Mr. Kao. This current iteration started from a creative desire through my own musical collaborations with other musicians and DJs, and particularly growing up in Canada, I was playing the tabla and conversing through that language, but playing with musicians from so many other different backgrounds and styles of music. This current iteration was a technological experiment. The next iteration where I see the Blix going is some sort of hardware or wearable.
Definitely Geek Central. This is it. I'm loving it. In the zone, in the Geek Zone. Welcome to the Geek Zone, everybody. If you've just tuned in, we're watch partying the MIDI Innovation Awards, which is part of the NAMM show, which normally happens at this time of year in America. This year it's virtual, which means we can all watch it live. It's exciting.
All over the world. And tied into that, my inherent belief is if we can engineer and design something capable enough to express the nuances of the tabla technique, then it should also be able to work for other percussive languages and other percussive instruments. So ultimately, I enter the digital world through the tabla expression, the tabla language, but I believe if we can make an instrument that serves that language, it can serve every other percussion instrument, and hence any other novice or professional musician wanting to explore this digital space in a truly expressive, authentically expressive way.
Thank you very much, John, for your question, and Gurpreet, very well answered. This isn't an easy decision for our judges tonight.
Certainly not.
We are seeing some incredible innovation. Now, earlier we said a big thank you to our sponsors. We're going to have a quick message now from another one of those. We are very grateful for all of your support. This is Houghtonay.
Is that a pedal you can game on? Because A, amazing. B, why though? I don't know.
A big thanks to Houghtonay and all of our sponsors tonight. Now, Tim, earlier on, you did something awesome and you've been inviting the Endless community to get involved. Big question is,
the Endless
please
Jam.
tell me someone's got involved.
Well, I'm just actually waiting right now because the iPad that I'd left on is now booting up.
Here's what we'll do.
Jam.
We'll revisit it.
We'll revisit it in a bit.
Live telly, folks. It's what we're doing. What we're going to do, we're going to remind you of our voting details now. So we're going to get the voting details up on screen for you because we've shown
you can vote.
4 finalists so far. There are more to see, but whilst our judges are going to get to make decisions, you get to
Let's go vote. Let's go vote. Who did you think deserves it so far? I am going to vote for Tablix because that looked amazing.
MIA 2021.
Vote on my phone.
Awesome. So choose your favourite. You can only vote for one finalist. musichackspace.org/MIA 2021. Now, Tim, the iPad has awoken.
The iPad has awoken.
Have people joined in?
They have. They certainly have. In fact, we've got riffs pouring in now.
Oh my goodness.
So can we hear it? Is the audio coming through? Do we have the Bluetooth?
Big up, George.
So this,
is awesome.
Thank you for the love, George the Lord.
I'll have a quick look. Maybe shall I show this to the camera? So I'll dive into. So this is the history of riffs. So
we're on there, guys.
So this is. So there we go. This is what I did earlier, and you can hear actually people have. Wow, there's been loads of people in here. Let's just dive into one and let it load up. Let's go to the latest one.
Who's this from?
So this one is from someone called Hideous When Naked. What a great name.
Hideous When Naked.
And now this has been remixed by a guy called Teo, and and now we've got Mr. Sneefs, who's just dropped something in. We've got
cool.
Elling, we've got Banzi.
Are you guys still on it? Go.
We've got JB Bass.
Do some
He's
stuff.
Just dropped something in. It's popping off in there.
Here's what I'm going to suggest. Let's give people a bit more time. For now, if you want to join us, can we see the website very quickly?
I can't cope. I'm trying to vote on the one thing. I'm trying to do endless on the iPad.
There is time. We're going to revisit it again. Half an hour or so?
Half an hour or so, yeah.
Let's do that. We'll
see
give
how
you
it's
half an
going.
hour if you want to get involved. There is still time to join us. Here's the link. bit.ly/MIDI Awards Jam. bit.ly/MIDI Awards Jam, where we visit.
It's brave of them to open it up because people might just put absolute madness on there.
We're doing well. We're nearly halfway through.
Wow.
Loving your work. Right, we are now going to check in with another of our judges because we have, we're mixing it up. Yuri is who we're going to talk to next. Yuri, hopefully via the power of Zoom, we can see you and we can hear you. Hello, Yuri.
Hiya.
How are you?
Thank you for invitation. It's good.
Good to have you here.
Hello, Yuri. Yeah, welcome. So you've worked on some huge digital installation projects, which, and I just wondered, your pyramid installation, how did you find working with will.i.am?
He's an incredibly inspiring person. And if you can imagine, like this collaboration that continued for almost more than 2 years. And we closely working together. He keeps sending me some
Sticker Mouse has voted. I won't ask who you voted for. Like, that's not polite. Do you know what I mean? Like in the election, keep it private in case it's political. But I haven't managed to do it. I keep getting distracted. I'm going to do that now. Let's go back to this, and I'll vote now.
Mind-blowing. And again, we're very grateful for you joining us tonight, Yuri. Stay where you are if that's okay, because what we're going to do, we're going to check in on our finalist number 5, Mr. Lee Davis, who joins us tonight live from sunny Wales. There he is.
Hey.
Great to see you, Lee. We'll chat to you in just a moment. But first of all, we are going to take a look at your presentation video. Finalist number 5 is Lee, and this is Places. So this is our 5th finalist. If you'd like to vote, we'll give you the details shortly. This is Places by Lee. Here we go.
Actually, I decided not to vote until I've seen all the entrants.
Hello. My name is Lee Davis. I'm a systems creative and multidisciplinary practitioner from Wales in the UK. And I'm here to talk to you about a series of interactive sculptures called Places.
Ooh.
So this
interactive
project
sculptures.
emerged as an effort, really, to unify disparate audiences and different age groups through a shared audiovisual exhibition experience that promotes curiosity, exploration, and play. Now, in order to be successful in that mission, Places had to present itself in a way that would successfully appeal to these different age groups. So, at one end of the scale, for more generational elderly audiences, the form factor of these interactive audiovisual sculptures had to
Susanna's
avoid
loving
any
his hair.
risk of alienating
I have to agree,
individuals
his hair
of
is
a more
strong.
technophobic persuasion. And then similarly at the other end of the scale,
I love this. I love how it's
when it comes to
it's making it accessible.
this project had to be accessible and intuitive enough that any musical output from these sculptures was a result of exploration and not skill. So at a practical level, a suitable configuration for this project was ultimately achieved really through
Look at it, it's made out of
combination
cardboard.
recycled
So
cardboard,
cool.
low-cost embeddable sensors, and reactive sound design, which was all stitched together through the use of MIDI messaging protocols. The
So
sculptures
cool.
themselves structurally depict
Look at
different
that.
locations.
It's a work of art.
And within each of these, a variety of interactive sensors has been integrated.
Look at it, it's like a fader made out of cardboard. Oh man, that's making me tingle. You open the doors and it... Oh my god. And the lights come on. It's mind-blowing.
As a result of the debut exhibition, Places succeeded in bringing together hundreds of individuals.
I want to play with that so bad.
And many of these people had expressed the fact that they'd never been given the opportunity to directly interact with digital sound and music processes before. So, although everyone
This
who
is so happy
approached these
making, I agree.
sculptures had no idea initially that they were effectively musical instruments,
I'm glad I haven't voted yet.
Nonetheless, they
basically every new thing I'm like, oh, this one, let's vote for this one.
actually been part of an incidental sonic
I'm going to wait to vote till the end.
the public from many different age groups and backgrounds.
Round of applause for Places.
It's just so beautifully out there, but also so beautifully accessible too. It's an interactive sound.
Subsonic's in the house. Big up Subsonic.
And it's made out of cardboard. I mean, what more can you
Amazing.
say? I don't
Susanna
think
says
I've
he
ever
should win a
seen
prize.
MIDI be so human.
He should win for making the world a happier place. Oh, with the Y as well. That's amazing. Stickle Mouse says.
Yeah, I love this piece, first of all. Thank you for
Stickle Mouse says lockdown hair. Guys, if you want to see some lockdown hair, I'll give you lockdown hair. Look at the state of this. It's just... just keeps growing. This is my protest hair. I'm not cutting my hair until I get a gig, until I get a show on an actual stage. So one day I'll have short hair again, but for now, protest lockdown hair.
These structures became places was that locations just have so many different...
Big up to Tom. Tom, I love how your username is now Tom Yamaha Speakers. Tom won our creation challenge from the first month, like I mentioned earlier. If you want to win some swag, just like Tom did, he won some Yamaha monitors. If you want to win some, what are we giving away? Some Shure prizes, a Shure prize bundle. Go to skshlomo.com/creation. If you are a music maker, go ahead, make some music and win some prizes, just like Tom did. Tom says, whoop. Tell them, Tom, it's cool, it's worth it. Big up to Natasha, says, love this. Stickle Mouse says, my beard is a lockdown beard now. I'm not surprised, man.
merged this project, I think. And another question, like final question, is do you have any vision to like kind of enlarge or like kind of develop more?
Tom's going to change his name by Deedpole.
Can you share with us?
Is that what you want everyone to call you? Like even your family have to call you that? They're not allowed to call you dad anymore. They have to call you Mr. Yamaha Speakers.
As a local community arts project that, as you would have heard in the video presentation there a moment ago, was designed to just open up these interactive MIDI processes, these digital music processes to audiences that don't usually interact with it. But even this first edition was quite a...
I like the way they've made this show a mixture of pre-record and live, and it's kind of, it's really slick. Really, really slick show.
Not the number of sculptures, but actually the scale of the sculptures.
Tom says, you should enter the creation challenge, peeps. Yes, go ahead, enter that creation challenge right now. skshlomo.com/creation.
This world and allow them to interact with many more elements of the structures, really. Yeah.
Well, Lee,
Mr. Yamaha Speakers to my kids.
We've seen half of our finalists. There's still 5 more to go. You'll be able to vote for your favourite. Time to say hello to another of our expert judges now from tonight's panel, as we say hello to Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, thank you. So you're an incredibly creative hacker and author. You must be pretty impressed by some of the innovation on the show tonight, right?
I am, yes. I've really enjoyed looking over everybody else's projects and products, and I've been really impressed with the breadth of talent on display here, from hardware to software to community building. It's been a real celebration of what you can do with MIDI around the world. So, yeah, well, congratulations
stay where
to
you
all 10
are,
participants.
and I'm sure the finalists are very grateful for those encouraging words. We'd love your thoughts on this. We're going to meet our 6th finalist now for the MIDI Innovation Awards, and it is Hugh. who is just around the corner here in London. Hello, Hugh. Nice to see you. Stay there, sir. We'll be talking to you in just a moment. Firstly, we're going to watch Hugh's video. This is finalist number 6. The product is Stretchy, which is intriguing. I wonder what it's going to be. We're going to find out more in just a moment.
Stretchy, you say?
So this is finalist number 6 from Hugh. This is Stretchy.
I'm loving all the spellings of these as well. Stretchy.
Hello, my name is Hugh Ainsley. I'm a musician and instrument maker based in London. My practice is focused around creating new accessible instruments and adaptations to existing instruments for and with
Look at all those in the background.
Stretchy is one of these instruments. In terms of the design for the instrument, I want it to be very minimalist and approachable. As you can see, there are no knobs, keys, faders or frets on the instrument, and everything is controlled through the interaction of the strings themselves.
Wow.
In terms of accessibility,
So
there's a
cool.
tripod and mic stand attachment in the base of the instrument, so it can be presented in a variety of angles depending on the need of the user. Stretchy is in an open tuning system. This means that each string has its own fixed note, and you can move around different scales and tonalities through an external MIDI controller. So this is an example of that. You just press C on this keyboard, and now the instrument will be in a C scale.
Ooh, nice. So that's
There are
controlling.
currently 4 playing modes to Stretchy and different playing techniques to get different sound attributes out of the instrument. First of all, I'm going to demonstrate pluck, which is a
Hang on.
slight pull up.
My brain's not following this. Is that piece of wood with strings on it controlling the computer? I think it is. That's mad.
Playing mode of Stretchy is hold. This is more of a key-based action, and you can sustain the notes by holding the strings and push into them to control aftertouch attributes of those notes.
So cool. How is it speaking to the computer? I can't see any wires.
The third playing mode of Stretchy
Is it wireless?
You can wiggle the strings to control pitch bend attributes of that note.
Tom, exactly my question, Shlo. Stickle mouse, I think so too. So dope. This has been amazing. All these innovations are blowing my mind.
The final playing mode of Stretchy is slide. This enables the players to slide up and down the strings to control effects parameters such as a modulation wheel or a filter.
Susanna says the computery aspect is under the strings inside. Do you think so? I really want one of these.
Okay, so that was just a very quick demonstration of Stretchy. I hope it gives you an idea.
Oh, look, there's an email address. I'm going to be hitting him up.
Thanks to the Music Hackspace, the MIDI Association, and NAM for having me. And I hope
MIDI
you'll
over
be able to try out
wireless,
Stretchy
like
for
Rolly.
yourself one day soon.
Wow. Respect to Stretchy.
Thank you, Hugh. Now, what I love about what you've done here is that it kind of turns the intended application of MIDI on its head, because you're translating the interactive properties of acoustic instruments into a digital context. And it's amazing how you've done this, how you've made this adaptable for so many different types of physical disabilities. What a compassionate and creative project. So, Helen, what would you like to know from Hugh about his project?
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Hugh on such a lovely project. I have seen it in the rounds, and I've always admired the use of Stretchy, particularly in the accessibility realm. I think I've seen a lot of teachers who really would love to use.
So many of these projects are just really accessible. They could get people making music who might normally not feel they could.
I've not actually seen a bill of materials or components list for Stretchy. But I was wondering if you were planning on taking the Stretchy from being a project into actually being a product, and if so, have you looked into
Oh, Kickstarter, come on.
Stretchy is as an object?
Sure, thank you for the question, Helen. So I've done a lot of research on Stretchy in terms of accessibility and the design, and that's been the focus of the instrument for the last 2 years. And for the last 8 months, I'm now looking at the commercial potential of the instrument for children and for it to be a modular instrument for a musician's workflow, but also as an instrument for the general population and
I'll take
disabled
10.
people and
Well,
children.
I'll take 1.
So in terms of manufacturing it, it is possible to manufacture it. And it's quite ecological as it's made of wood. And the rubber, you don't use very much rubber. And it is possible. And so I'm currently looking into that line, basically.
I'm quite interested to know if I can ask a little bit more about the technology behind Stretchy. Are you using conductive material elastic? Are you using conductive elastic, or are you making rubber into an actual sensor yourself?
So I'm using a very combust rubber, which lasts a long time. It's lasted about 4 years on one of the instruments. And I'm essentially looking at the interaction that the user has with the instrument. So I'm doing a lot of feature extractions and mapping and machine learning. And I don't want to get too much into technology at this point.
No, do. We want to know. Let's geek
it. It works. It's essentially looking at how the user is moving the rubber and how the user is using the rubber and trying to interpret that into a musical outcome.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your question, Helen. And good.
Big up to Rachel Quinn. Thank you for liking the stream.
Tim, it's time for a little bit of a treat, right?
It is a little bit. So there are some fantastic artists using MIDI, and Chagall is a very good friend of mine and a fellow artist. Also actually worked on Endless for a bit. Little
Very
factoids,
nice.
yeah.
There's going to be another performance. At some point tonight, I'm going to be performing.
To communicate.
I pre-recorded it, which is why I'm able to just be chilled right now rather than worrying about doing my show.
So we're now going to take a look at one of her performances, and she will shed some light on the processes involved in creating the magic she creates.
Very cool. Let's take a look.
I'm Chagall. I'm a singer, producer, and when we're not in a pandemic, a live performer. I also work at Mimu, where we develop the Mimu gloves and Glover. And in my work as an artist, I develop live experiences around my songs, where I perform with the Mimu gloves and a full body motion capture suit that let me control music, sound, and effects, as well as real-time visual projections with the movement of my body. Onze ramen zijn gebroken. Maar we houden onze deuren.
I love the Mimu gloves, man.
In onze sleur. Een onbenoemde furie.
Honestly, this is like what you'd imagine futuristic music to be like.
No patience for love.
So cool. Hand height equals vocal reverb decay. Can you see that in the corner there? She's controlling the reverb with her hand. Is she also controlling those characters in the background? Yeah, look, that's her. Prayer pose equals harmonies. Ah, prayer poses harmonies. So dope. Susanna's career trajectory is changing as we watch. It's inspiring stuff, right?
It's a bit easier now.
I keep missing the little in the corner that's explaining what her hands are doing. It happens so quickly.
Just incredible, Shagal. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We've still got things to get through, so we are picking up the pace as we meet finalist number 7. We go to North Carolina, where Kevin Chang talks us through the Soniclast Plastic Pitch Pro. Take a look.
Soniclast Plastic Pitch Pro.
Anyway.
Try saying
Hi,
that
my
fast.
name is Kevin Chang, and I live in Durham, North Carolina, USA. I'm the owner of Soniclast. I'm an inventor, engineer, designer, and maker of electronic musical instruments. When I began developing the Plastic Pitch Pro, my initial inspiration was the mathematical relationship between scales and timbres. I asked, what if I made an inharmonic timbre with my synthesizer? How would I go about finding a suitable scale? Of course,
Susanna's literally open mouthed.
Fourier transform, but I really
And Tom
wanted
says,
a more musically intuitive
mouth openness controls echo.
So I began with the design choice to limit my scale search to 12-tone scales, and this has the benefit that keyboard players can use all of their existing technique to audition the tunings they create within the context of the timbre they're using. So from there I developed a number of versions, one of which my company Soniclast sold to customers and received feedback about, and I've incorporated all of that feedback and some of my own ideas into creating what is now the Plastic Pitch Pro.
I didn't quite understand anything he said. What is happening here?
The Plastic Pitch Pro is a follow-up to an earlier version we've been selling.
There's a hardware
and
box.
The Pro incorporates feedback that we've received from customers as well as some of my own ideas to enhance and refine the concept. In short, it's a high-resolution MIDI microtuner made for live performance and experimentation with tuning. As you can see from the black and white knobs, it was designed with a standard keyboard layout so that keyboard players can use all of their existing technique to play alternate tunings. With more than 40 user customizable parameters, it is designed to work with any MIDI controller and any MIDI synthesizer. In fact, it can tune more than one synth at a time. It supports tuning presets that are saved in the well-known Scala file.
Emma says, "Oh, good. I thought it was just me."
One of the really
So
fun
basically, you can hack the tuning of any instrument. I think.
in real time. You can use a foot controller such as this and send MIDI notes. If you want to use a just intonation scale, you can avoid the wolf interval simply by modulating while you're playing.
What's the wolf interval?
At its heart are 14 real-time tuning
I
knobs.
thought the wolf
black and
interval
white
sounded pretty
ones, of
good.
course, correspond to an octave of keys. Each one provides independent tuning of its corresponding note across a whole keyboard.
That's cool. So you can just choose one
The
note.
other
and
two
record.
real-time tuning knobs, the gray ones, set the range and width. The range knob adjusts the range of the 12 black and white knobs all at once. The width knob sets the sense width of an octave of keys from 600 to 2400 cents, and anywhere in between in 1 cent increments.
Susanna says, "I think we
Thanks for
fixed
the
this."
opportunity to share in this space.
A440. We've already established a tuning. To me, that's not the most exciting one, but it is
Thank
very
you,
cool.
Kevin, and
But I don't-
congratulations on being.
I don't know if I would use that myself.
If you're an electronic music nerd like me, you'll know that.
I don't think we should avoid the wolf
microtuning,
interval, Tom. I want to know what that is and play it to death.
such as Aphex Twin. In fact, I bet that Aphex has actually got one of these. If he doesn't, the next time I see him, I'm going to tell him to get one.
I love the way Tim Exile casually knows Aphex Twin.
For Kevin.
It's going to casually tell him what to do.
Yeah, first of all, I'm quite a fan of just intonation. I've worked a lot with it over the years, despite its incredible inconvenience. And I just love having those pure intervals. So I was immediately struck by this invention as something, with real potential. I have to say that seeing this parade of creativity has been really great, and trying to figure out, like
I'm changing the creative challenge, guys. You now have to deliver only wolf intervals,
and that's kind of it. But with regards to your specific thing there, I wasn't quite sure. You mentioned being able to do transpositions with a foot switch in your video, but I was wondering if you were planning on having like a key switching type action, because so many programs have key switch tracks now, so you could do the modulation that way.
Unmute, bro. Unmute. Such a 2020 thing. Well, 2021 now.
Put my mic up. Kevin, I think you're on mute, my friend. That's the phrase of the year. So whatever you just said, I'm sure it was awesome, but say it again. Go on.
Well, thank you for the question, Mr. Anderton. I'm not sure what you mean by the key switching. You can do the modulation using the encoder as well as using a controller. Can you maybe elaborate on that?
Yeah, a lot of programs these days, for example, that are designed to do like guitar strums or something like that, or performance spiccatos on, or different voicing or different attacks on cellos and things like that, dedicate the lower octave of a keyboard to specific articulations of wind instruments or brass instruments or whatever, and you play the melodies on, or the chords or whatever on the remaining keys. So that's what key switching is all about.
Emma has posted
you could use, for example, the bottom octave to choose the key to which you want to modulate.
Close as I can find to a wolf. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. The way it works is it uses.
I'm not going to lie. This entry, although it's kind of innovative and cool, after we've seen like the tablets where you can like create melody with your tablet. After we've seen that beautiful, what was the one called where it was all made out of cardboard and you open and close the doors and the music happens. That one was beautiful. And then that last one we saw, Stretchy, where he was playing MIDI with these like rubber bands, just insane. So this one, although it's cool, I don't know, it's not set my imagination alight in the same way. Simon says, hang on, that is a long comment. Let me move here so I can see what you're saying. That won't let me. King Google, the wolf fifth, sometimes also called the Procrustean fifth or imperfect fifth, is a particularly dissonant musical interval spanning 7 semitones. As you say, sounded good. Dissonances don't need mending. Interesting though, isn't it? Like, just trying to understand what this all is. Oh, the glide.
And I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina in the United States. I've been a multi-instrumentalist since I was a kid, and what I've noticed is that most instruments fall into...
Tom says I need to interview a wolf for balance.
Very accessible, very easy to play, or they're very expressive. And I wanted to get an instrument that could meld the best of those two worlds together, and something that was accessible in a way that was musically accessible, but also physically accessible, and also financially accessible. In order to really crack the code, I think I had to discover and integrate 3 different things. One was the accelerometer and finding out how cheap it is, but also how incredibly accurate it is. 2, Arduino and the power of that. And then 3, the wonderful world of MIDI, which as a musician I had always known. Put those together, go through about 100 physical prototypes and about 1,000 or more code prototypes.
It's so nice meeting all these inventor types.
So here is my instrument. It's called the Glide. You can see there's 5 glowing buttons there.
His name and Lee Davis's hair would be the best combination. What's this guy's name? I didn't catch his name.
On that side, there it is. The way this works is that this hand over here chooses notes. So it chooses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I've wanted something like this for years.
Chooses octaves 1, 2, 3, and 4.
A little handheld device for switching things.
Any note sharp or flat. Okay, so
Keith Groover. Yeah, that is a dope name. The name's Groover. That's very cool.
And then once I hit it, I can do.
Ooh.
Once you get used to all those notes, you can do glide. This is cool. You play a note, and then you switch to a different note. You glide to that note.
My favourite thing is his face, how proud he is. It's so amazing watching these amazing innovations. You know how many hours have gone into creating that piece of hardware. What a legend. Yes, Keith Groover. Sick. Sick.
You can also do other advanced stuff like. And that's kind of
that one looks a bit
rundown.
obscene, bro.
The whole instrument is meant to be easy, meant to be extremely deep, but also have a very smooth learning curve, so that the more time you spend in it, the more you will get out of it. Thank you very much.
Respect to the glide. We like that very much.
Thank you, Keith. I love it. It's kind of like
a small lemur
between the theremin and the trumpet, all served up like a game controller. And what I also love is that you've clearly gone on to develop a technique which is super important to do if you're commercializing an instrument. So, Kate, over to you. Have you got a question for Keith?
Yeah, and I love how you described it, the trumpet and the theremin. And so I'd love to know, how has it enabled you or anyone else to express themselves in a way that they never could before?
Yeah, I'm a guitarist. Like, that's my main instrument. And, you know, something that you can't do on the guitar is like actually sustain a note for longer than a second unless you're playing an electric. And so this instrument has allowed me to go back to whenever I was a kid and I played the trombone, and I was able to do vibrato, and I was able to do slides, and I was able to do all of these swells and stuff like that.
I bet he's a brass player.
Go through the difficulty of playing a trombone. So I designed the instrument to be just really like human centered, where you know, the controllers are easy to play. It's only got 5 buttons on it. If your hands don't work exactly perfectly, you know, unlike, you know, if you're playing a violin, you have perfect anatomy. And I tried to design an instrument that even a little kid could pick up, but it would sustain, like, there's an amount of a depth that would allow you to spend a lot of time in it and get more and more out of it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck. We are so close now to seeing all of our finalists revealing the answers. Time for a quick ad now from one of our sponsors, EF Note. But don't go away. We have an amazing performance from SK Shlomo in just 2 minutes' time.
Oh, it's going to be me. It's going to be me, everybody. I can't believe I forgot for a minute that I was going to be part of this thing. Do you know what I mean? I just forgot. I thought we were watching it. We were just geeking out watching this cool show. I forgot I was going to actually be in it. That's crazy. Also, a show where the ad breaks aren't something you just turn off or mute. Like, I want to see what these are. Oh, thanks for liking the stream, Emma. Israel in the house. Big up, Israel. Says break a leg. I'll try my best. I recorded it yesterday, so in theory, it shouldn't go too wrong. Yo. Thank you for the love. Okay, guys. If you haven't shared it yet, please can you share the stream now? Because I want loads of people to see my show. Tell the world. Twa, twa, twa. As the opera lovies say. How do you say that? Twa, twa, twa. I saw you said that on the WhatsApp earlier. If you haven't joined our WhatsApp yet, guys, we've got a Creation Lounge community where we're all hanging out together, sharing the love, sharing music, sharing knowledge. Shlo.link/WhatsApp if you want to join our free community. I'm about to perform at the MIDI Innovation Awards. Tom's giving me fist bumps. Thank you, Tom. Stickle Mouse has shared it. Thank you, Stickle Mouse. And Susanna says it's pronounced toy. Toy. Okay, I think this is about to be me. How exciting and terrifying. How can I be nervous about something I have already recorded?
Now, I cannot wait for this. So SK Shlomo, also a friend of mine who I recently collabed with, is one of the most respected beatboxers and loop wizards in the industry. And he's been having some fun with some of our judges and our Music Hackspace production team to create something very special just for us. Here we go.
What's going on, MIDI Innovation Awards? It's good to see you. My name is SK Shlomo. I'm very excited to be here. I'm a big fan of so many people involved in tonight. It's incredible. What an honor to be asked to be here. And I'm going to have some fun with you. I've got a few minutes to have a little bit of a musical interlude using MIDI, using technology. This is my machine. I call her Beast, and I use Beast to do my live looping. I'm a world looping champion and a world record-breaking beatboxer. And today I'm going to have a little bit of fun with the judges. Judges, are you guys there? Say hello, judges.
Hello, judges.
Hello. Okay, guys, I am going to turn you guys into music in real time, okay? All I need you to do is make a sound. Who wants to go first? Okay, cool.
Athen, yeah.
Athen is humbly going first. Athen, all I need you to do is make any sound you want after 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
MIDI.
I got you. Okay, cool. Who's going to go second? That's all it takes. Who's going to go second? Yuri second. Ready, steady, go.
One more time. I used to practice beatboxing.
You're good, bro. I got this. I prefer that. Okay, who's going to go third? Who's next? Who's next?
Oh.
Sean is going to go next. Here we go. Shawn Wasabi. 1, 2, 3.
Beep, boop, bot.
Yes. That's very, very good. And who's going to go next? What have we got? 5 slots left. Let's do this.
John. Innovation.
Okay, and who was that? Let me do that after 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Innovation. Okay,
let's go in there. And we're halfway there. We need 4 more. Who's going to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
1, 2, 3.
Prizes.
Love it. Who's next?
I am your father.
Oh, can you do that? You know what? I only got at the end. Let me do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I am your father.
This is gonna be good. I got 2 more. Okay, who's it gonna be?
All right, I'm going.
JD, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead.
Whoa!
That's cool. Kate, you can do the last one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Let's do this, people. 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 Do this,
Okay. We can have some fun with this, I think. Oh yes, well done. Round of applause for the judges there, who, to be fair, were probably completely terrified about what I was about to do with them, but they absolutely smashed it. So thank you so much. My name is SK Shlomo. You can catch me every single Thursday live, absolutely free, on all my different social media channels. 8:30 GMT. Thank you so much for having me. MIDI Innovation Awards. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Goodbye.
Shlomo, that was awesome. Loving your work, my friend. That man holds world records. You
He
know.
does. He does
He's
indeed.
a good man. Thank you so much for that. We love it. 2 more finalists to meet tonight, folks, and then we have many prizes to award, totaling a value of over $20,000. Now, our penultimate finalist is Krishna Chetan, who is joining us from India. Take a look at Fluid Pitch.
That was so much fun. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe I just sampled a bunch of absolute legends, like absolute heroes of the music technology world, and particularly Shawn Wasabi, who I'm a massive fan of. That was cool. Thanks so much for helping me, supporting me doing that, guys. Do me a favor, go on the stream, on the YouTube stream or the Facebook stream, the official one, not my kind of hacked one that we're doing now, and just tell them that you think SK Shlomo is great. Go and tell them. Go and help me spread my influence. Thank you so much for this. This has been really, really fun. So we've met something like, I think there's 10 finalists. I think we've met 8 of them now. So this must be the last couple. I haven't voted yet for who I think should win, because there's just so much good stuff on there. So let's keep watching and see who we think should win, and we'll vote.
Some of the existing constraints it had and opening new possibilities that were never imagined before. So let's check out Fluid Pitch in action. So let's see how this sound
this looks interesting.
will work in a traditional
Fluid
pitch bend
pitch.
system without fluid pitch. Traditional pitch bend is always tone bend, so my C is actually going to B flat, but my D sharp is actually going to C sharp, which is not part of the scale, and that's why we're getting this dissonant sound. Fluid pitch solves this problem by using its proprietary scale locked pitch bending system.
That's clever.
All you have to do is insert fluid pitch prior to your synth or sampler, and then you will be able to play like this. So for this lead melody, we use fluid pitch in C minor, and I just took out the G sharp note, which is the 6th note of the scale. So my G goes to B flat. So you can see that, just by taking out certain notes that you don't want, you will be able to glide smoothly within the scale that you chose. Fluid pitch is built with a powerful MPE upscale engine, which can transform any standard keyboard into an MPE device.
Now this is useful.
Pitch Innovations was founded with the vision to accelerate the transition between MIDI to MPE in the music instruments industry, and to unlock new ways to express music.
I definitely want that.
Love it, Krishna.
Susanna says,
thank you. I think
that's a clever idea. I agree.
Because it's smart commercially, it's smart creatively, and it's also smart in terms of execution. So, like Gurpreet's Tablik solution, I think you've built something. You've built a specific solution for a specific musical form, and I think these things can actually be very commercially successful. So, John, over to you for one quick question for Krishna about his innovation.
Well, I'll do 1.5 quick questions. One is on the technical side is to what extent can you program any kind of mode microtonal array into your system? And then the broader question is, what do you consider to be the top 1 or 2 use cases? In other words, the end users for your remarkable, I would say, and very compelling innovation.
Thanks, John. So I think rather than inventing new things, what I focused on is improving a standard MIDI controller, which we use for 12 to 15 hours a day. And the idea is to improve certain aspects, which can help us play, express music, and perform music with more confidence on stage, and also open new possibilities when we, compose music in studios. And
Yeah, so far this is one of the ones I would definitely use, like, and it should hopefully be quite easy in terms of, like, you know, the MIDI rings and the different hardware stuff we've seen. This one and the Tabla one, I suppose the Tabla one did have some hardware, but this one's just a plug-in. Boom, you can just get it straight into your system. I want that for sure.
From locking down the votes and finding out who's won. So thank you.
Oh, they're going to lock down the votes.
Now, we've seen some amazing finalists. We've got
Need to be ready to vote, guys.
Finalist number 10, Marco from Ukraine with Jammy
Last
E,
finalist.
the portable MIDI guitar. Take a look at this.
I'm getting ready to vote, guys.
Hi, we're Jammy Instruments from Kyiv, Ukraine. We set out to create a MIDI controller for guitar players that would be as familiar, reliable, and affordable as a MIDI keyboard is to piano players.
There's a real disadvantage of being on last, isn't there? Because a lot of people have already voted.
Controllers and as easy to carry around as a laptop. Early on, we knew that we didn't want to build another pitch to MIDI solution because we were aiming for the absolute lowest latency, and we wanted to capture as many nuances of the player's interaction with the strings as possible. So we've created a digital instrument with a proprietary sensor technology that reads the position of your fingers, the vibration of the string, and translates this and other information into MIDI signal. The process of developing the right combination of hardware, firmware, and software took us 4 years of engineering work, over 1,000 hours in conversations with guitar players worldwide, and one complete product redesign. This is the Jammy E MIDI guitar. The neck and the bridge are two separate modules equipped with a total of 12 optical sensors that read the vibration and deflection of strings. On this side, they're being used to detect the velocity of picking and strumming. And on the neck, they are used to detect bending and vibrato, as well as hammer-ons and pull-offs. These are our second generation sensors, which are designed for a wider dynamic range, and coupled with our new processing architecture, a higher sampling rate and a latency below 10 milliseconds. The fretboard contains 15 segmented frets that help detect the position of your fingers on the string. This, combined with the tuning which you select digitally, will determine which note will be played when you pick or tap the string. Jammy is also equipped with capacitive sensors on both sides, so it detects when you're touching the string. This can be used to mute the strings completely.
That is cool. I'm on the thing now trying to vote. It's quite hard to do on a phone. I can't decide who to vote. I loved Stretchy. I loved Symphony of the Human Body. I loved the places, the cardboard town, which you open and close the doors and it makes music. That was so really charming, I thought. Which one was the one that changes the glide fluid pitch? I think I'm going to vote for oh, and there was the ring as well. I think I'm going to vote for, do you know what? Although I love the Tabla one, I think I'm going to vote for the places, because I think that's the one that really deserves the money. That's the one that's going to really help the most people. Help people to access music, which is what I'm all about. So I'm doing it. I'm voting for places.
So, full disclosure, I actually know Marco, as Jammy was running their Kickstarter campaign at the same time we were running our endless Kickstarter campaign in the summer. There's so much to say, but I know there's a heck of a lot of really impressive technology inside
Boom, I
Jammy
voted.
E, but I'll leave it there. But over to you, Shawn. Do you have a question for Marco about Jammy?
Marco, amazing presentation. I love that. So I've tried different MIDI guitar type things where maybe one was like a pickup that you would attach to your guitar and it would read the notes and convert them into MIDI. And along the way throughout the past couple of decades, we've had different inventions that sort of touched up on that. And what I'm super impressed about your MIDI guitar is the tertiary detail to accessibility. I've seen your website. You have this interface where you can press keys on your keyboard and it shows you what the guitar does, and you have an app that you can connect to your MIDI guitar, and it comes with a carrying case, and it has these pegs on the end that you could attach your guitar strap to, and even then the construction of it is it sort of reminds me of IKEA furniture, where you modularly build the thing. like it comes in a small box, but like you put it together and it's like this like cool stick. But so yeah, what that reminds me of is like it takes me back to like high school when like when someone like me would like carry the guitar with them, like this giant ass acoustic guitar on their back on the guitar strap. And what I like about like you having like your carrying case, and it's like this like compact thing that it's like a stick. It's like carrying a broomstick, but it weighs like 2 pounds or whatever. And that's 2 pounds in freedom units. I don't know what the metric is, but it's like something you can fit.
There's the link to vote, guys.
Like
musichackspace.org/MIA 2021.
Like plug in your app with like the MIDI guitar and like
the prize is something like
practice silently while like
20 grand.
Well, like
$20,000, I think.
Things privately to yourself and, like,
but I know who I voted for. Be interested
around
if you guys are happy to share. I'd love to know who you voted for.
And like they're sending noise complaints. It's very cool to like have this like thing that like you just like take out the like it extends out to like make like the form where like it even has like even though it's like very like rigidly box shaped, it has like these things.
Sean, I'm really sorry. Mission Control have just told me we need your question. Sean, what is your question?
Okay, my question. So my question is, what is your design philosophy?
I love how they can't stop Sean from talking.
What's your design philosophy that makes this so like different from like all the other MIDI guitars out there?
Yeah, thanks so much for the question, and thanks so much for all the nice words that you had to say. I guess our design philosophy is, this is gonna sound familiar, but it's really like we were trying to make it as minimalistic as possible, and also stick to just the main thing that you would want in this, it also.
Okay, so this is what you guys have been voted for. Stickle Mouse voted for Symphony of the Human Body. Good shout. That was amazing. Susanna has voted for Places. Like you, Shlo, I feel the access possibilities there were huge. It's all about bringing more young people into getting curious about music. Yeah, same.
How many frets you need on a portable guitar? How many frets is enough? Is 12 frets enough? Do you need 15? We arrived at 15 frets. We asked a lot when the 24 fret version is coming out. And
Simon's voted for Stretchy.
Yeah, 15.
That was so dope. I very nearly voted for Stretchy. That was very cool.
Quickly is all you need for producing music. So our design philosophy is really start with small. To go in small increments and constantly rely on the feedback of the community. Back when we started, we didn't realize how much of a community-driven.
Guys, if you are happening to just join us, we're nearly done, but we've been watching the MIDI Innovation Awards tonight. We've seen 10 amazing new inventions, and you can vote for which one you think deserves to win the £20,000 prize. You also would have seen me do my show. I was very excited to do that. Thank you very much, everyone, for all the love about that. Feeling really proud of myself. And yeah, we're going to catch the end of this show, guys, and see who won. I'm excited to see.
Of all 10 finalists. Judges, you guys are now free to deliberate. We will find out your results very, very shortly. Good luck, everyone.
Fantastic. And so we've also, Shawn has given us an exclusive performance as well. So
yes,
let's go and see
Shawn Wasabi is so sick. Yeah, Shawn Wasabi. This guy blows my mind. He invented that MIDI controller, the MIDI Fighter. 64 pad MIDI Fighter. Imagine having that kind of chops with your fingers. Again, open mouth. What? Yeah, the keys clicking his key part of it. I like how he got it wrong. I like it. Yes, Jubo, welcome aboard. Also shocked, just like the rest of us. Yeah, well done, Shawn Wasabi.
Wasabi, that is incredible. You, sir, are awesome.
So now we're about to go to something really special that reminds us why music is important. Here's Avan from the MIDI Association to tell us more.
Who's the clear leader?
Avan Bilius, COO of the MIDI Association. Every year, the MIDI Association runs a donation drive called May is MIDI Month, raising money to improve services to our members. But this year, we decided to donate the money we raised to help people affected by COVID and started looking for the right organization to partner with. When old friend and LA studio legend Michael Boddicker introduced
Big up to Laura. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
we had the perfect match. The MIDI Association has committed not just to donating $18,000 to the Children's Music Fund,
Ah,
but
18
more
grand to the
importantly,
Children's
to
Music
work
Fund.
together
Well done.
To create telehealth music therapy programs using MIDIable. MIDIable combines web MIDI and video conferencing into a single platform for online music engagement.
That
We
sounds
are truly
interesting.
excited about
MIDIable.
what Children's Music Fund, MIDI, and MIDIable can create together to allow music therapists to connect remotely.
I'm
with
Googling
sick
that right now.
children in
MIDIable.
hospitals so they can enjoy the healing power of music.
MIDIable. Not
Hi there,
midable.
I'm Dr. Rafi Tashjian, and I'm founder and president of the Children's Music Fund. Children's Music Fund, or CMF for short, is a 501c3 that I founded in 2001 when I was a resident at
Mediable.com.
Massachusetts General Hospital. And while I was doing pediatrics, I
What did he say it was? A way to remote, like join video calling with remote music interaction. Like that's basically what I've been doing for the whole of last year. Doesn't seem to be anything on the
Justin
website though.
passed away about 6 months later, but left this legacy and the torch that I carry. In that I want to make sure that through the organization we bring music therapy to children with chronic illness. And that is our mission. One of the great ways that we plan on expanding our reach is through the MIDI capacity in the musical instrument.
The
digital
line above his head
interface
is priceless.
Capacity. And
This guy's
it's
clearly a
with
legend.
MIDI
He's saving the
Association's
children through
help
music. We
that
love
we're
this.
able to get more children involved,
MIDIable.
more music therapists to connect with these kids. So then in the end, we're engaging every single child to help them overcome their pain, fear,
Am I
and
spelling
anxiety.
MIDIable wrong? Because I'm not getting
So
anything.
from the bottom of my
Just a
heart
sign-in
and
page.
all of us at CMF, I say a huge thank you to all of you guys for
Yeah.
making this happen.
Stickle mouse is the same, just a sign-in page. I want to know what that is. I'll have to email them. I'm gonna have to email them about pretty much everything in the show and say, tell me
Hi
more.
everyone, Joe Lamont from NAMM here. I want to personally welcome you to Believe in Music Week. Now, one of the things I'm most excited about is our support and collaboration with the MIDI Association for the Children's Music Fund and their efforts to elevate and expand music therapy. Now, we know through NAMM-funded research over the decades the importance of music for young people,
Man.
especially
Hear,
music
hear.
therapy for those most in need.
Music saved my
I'm
life,
grateful
so many other
for the
people's.
efforts of Avan Bilius and Craig Anderton and our good friend Michael Boddicker and all the MIDI Association members for their efforts to make this generous donation possible. It aligns with everything we're doing with Believe in Music Week to make our world more musical. We believe in that, and we are so grateful for your efforts in being a
Big
part
up to
of it. Thank you.
Nasrallah. Big up to you, sir.
Thank you for staying with us, folks. It's nearly time for our final performer and the results. So if you've been inspired to learn how to build your own MIDI instrument or develop your skills and join the community of music hackers, here's a short overview of the music hack space.
We want to see the music performance. Our music hack space are the people who put this together. Very cool people indeed. So many things to check out,
So
man.
I'm thinking I'll take a course, enter the Innovation Awards next year, maybe win $20,000 worth of prizes.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Folks, we are literally moments away from finding out the winners. We are literally a few minutes away. But just before that, I am so excited about this. I've always wanted to say this. We are going to go live to New York City, where joining us right now is Mr. Dan Tepfer. Hello, Dan.
Hi, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
We're doing good. Thanks for being here. We are so grateful to have you. I know you've just finished a concert and you've put aside a few minutes for us. We're going to hand the reins over to you for a very special performance live from New York. Dan, take it away.
Thank you. This is a piece, an improvisation from my project Natural Machines with Yamaha Disc Clavier. This is called Constant Motion.
Hang on, what is happening here? Hang on, the piano's playing itself. So the machine, I guess the machine learning is interacting with his inputs to create an improvisation. This is crazy. It's like a future version of the piano roll. Or what do you call those pianos that play themselves with the turning paper? But it makes me think of Olafur Arnalds. He's got the software that makes he plays one piano in it that influences 4 or 5 other pianos on stage with him. Yes, Simon, I think the piano is jamming with him. It's kind of mind-blowing. Pianola, yeah, that's the old-fashioned version of this. This is amazing! Wow, the spiffing. It is quite Steve Reich. That is astonishing. What about a virtual Shlo beatbox plugin to jam with you? Man, tonight's been an ideas night for sure. I wish I could jam with him, man.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, Dan. Yeah, well, we're clapping out loud over here in the studio. That's incredible. I mean, I'm pretty gobsmacked, to be quite honest. Yeah, aside from the pure artistry and the skill of what you're doing,
that's mad.
Obviously this is the MIDI Innovation Awards, so I'm interested in digging in.
He doesn't even know he's being jammed with.
It's clearly a veritable feast of technology there.
Kind of feels like a violation to jam with someone without them knowing.
Visualizing the notes as you're coming in. I'm assuming that you've got MIDI coming in from the notes you're playing, which is triggering the visuals. Can you tell us, what are you using to generate the visuals? Is it like jitter or processing or?
Yeah, so I like to say that in this project, Natural Machines, the code is just as handmade and just as home-baked as every note that I'm playing on the piano. And so it's all code that I've written myself. And actually, yeah, the visual stuff is written in processing.
Yeah, man, I'd love to have some visual
I wondered if it was something like that.
Interpretation of what I'm doing.
How is it all hooked up? So I guess you've just got the MIDI coming out of the player piano into processing. Are you doing, because you're obviously triggering extra notes on the keyboard. Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually the basis of this project is not visual. The basis of this project is musical. And so most of the programs I have running are running in Super Collider, actually, which is an environment that I like to use to program music stuff. And so that's where the musical response is coming from. You know, this is a Yamaha disc clavier. It basically acts like a MIDI instrument, which is pretty fantastic. You play something, it sends MIDI commands to your computer, and then you can do stuff with them on your computer. And then if you send MIDI commands to it, it will play them as notes on the piano. And so I have Super Collider making decisions about how to respond to what I play. And then I also am sending OSC commands from Super Collider to processing. And then I've written these other programs in processing that visualize the music in particular ways, depending on the algorithm. Actually, I'm trying in each algorithm to make the structure of the music, the structure of the algorithm, as apparent as possible in the visuals.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dan.
Humans just blow my mind every single time.
Mr. Dan Tepfer.
Dan Tepfer.
Loving your work. Now, I bear exciting news, folks. The public vote is frozen. The judges have made their decisions. It is time to announce the results.
Who's going to win $20,000? Who's it going to be?
With our public vote. Now, literally thousands and thousands of votes have come in for all 10 of our finalists, and the leaderboard has jumped around a lot. But it's been locked in, and the winner of our public vote is going to be blessed with many prizes. We're going to take a look at what the public vote winner is going to be receiving in just a moment, and then we will reveal the results. So good luck, everyone. I know you are standing by very nervously, but we are literally moments away from revealing the result. And then our judges, third place, second place, and first place. Remember, we've got over $20,000 worth of prizes. That's a lot. Which is madness at our 2021 MIDI Innovation Awards. So, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's reveal the winner. Should we reveal the winner of the public vote?
Let's reveal the winner of the public vote.
Let's do this. This is what you're going to win, by the way. Free workshops in the Music Hackspace, and thanks to Audio and Everything Bundle.
That's everything. Imagine everything.
You're going to win
everything.
But who is going to get it?
I thought we were voting for them to win 20 grand.
So, winner Tim, who is it?
So, there have been, as we've said, there have been thousands and thousands of votes. They've been checked and double checked, and the winner is Krishna.
Krishna!
Krishna!
It's you!
It's you!
We're gonna bring
Congratulations!
You on Congratulations! How do you feel?
Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. It's unbelievable. I want to thank the judges, the Music Hackspace, Media Association, NAM for putting this grand event in this time. Congrats to you. And
Stubo says there was a synth that Aphex Twin used where you could sonically translate pictures into sound. That sounds cool.
So even though this the problem that we solved using fluid pitch was rooted in Indian music, we believe we've solved a global problem, and the solution can be used by any keyboard players to play any style of music with more ease and confidence. So do check out pitchinnovations.com and download your free trial. Enjoy.
Well, congratulations, Krishna. Stay where you are because you never know. There are still third, second and first place, and the judges may have picked the same winner as our popular vote.
Well, yes.
You just never know.
Stranger things have happened at sea.
Listen, it's 2021. Anything can happen. Right, it's time to move on to our third, second and first place results. Now, our third place winner is going to get some awesome prizes. We're going to show you those in just a moment. And we're going to ask our judges to be announcing these. So 3 different judges will announce our third, second and first. Third prize winner is going to get all of this on screen, a full Max 8 license. You're going to get consulting from MIDI to marketing. This is amazing. This is a really high value package worth $2,500. But Tim, we're not going to tell them who's the winner of the third place. We are going to go over to Helen, our judge, who is standing by. Helen, who have you guys decided should be the third prize winner?
So the third prize has gone to someone whose creativity and community we really admired and loved. And I'm very happy to say that third place has gone to Lee Davis with Places. Da iawn, Lee.
Congratulations, Lee!
Well done, Lee. We're going to hopefully see
Well
you
done,
now.
we loved
Congratulations,
Places.
my
We
friend.
loved
You
Places.
have won third place from our judge's choice. Thank you, Helen, for introducing. And Lee, we're going to give you, we'll be restrict 30 seconds. Lee, who do you want to thank?
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, firstly, thanks to the judges for just recognising what the project stands for. That means the world. You know, this project was about community, and that's obviously partly where your decisions come from, which is amazing. I want to thank my friends, my family, my co-workers, my partner
dog.
Ashley, and extend a special thanks to my nearest and dearest friend Miles Warren, who in the early stages of this project just helped me dig into the dark depths of the code that made this project happen. So yeah, this is for all of those guys as well. So thank you so much. This means the world. Thank you.
We loved it.
Amazing.
Didn't
Fantastic.
We're
well,
thrilled for you, Lee. Well
amazing.
done. Third place. Well done, mate.
Congratulations. Great stuff. So now we're moving up. We're moving up the scoreboard, moving up the leaderboard.
Second
and it's
place.
Now time.
Who's it going to be? My
second
vote's
place
already got
Judges'
third
Choice
place.
winner. And so this winner is going to receive all this bunch of swag. Experts,
$3,000 worth.
$3,000 worth. Expert Sleepers. I'm a fan of Expert Sleepers. I love their stuff. 1 year corporate membership for MIDI Association, free consulting with MIDI to marketing, and a full Max 8.
Good night to you, FCMP. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next Thursday. I'm live every Thursday. Going to be making some beats next week. Should be super fun.
Now to Shawn Wasabi. Shawn, no pressure. Who has won second place in the MIDI Innovation Awards 2021?
Hey, so us experts have decided that intonation, the physical relationship between like the different frequencies of the notes, is very much an important thing. And I would like to congratulate on our behalf Kevin Shang. You got second place. Congratulations. Plastic Pro.
I love how excited Shawn gets.
Congratulations, loving your work. Can we say hello? Can we go live via Zoom? Second place, $3,000 worth of prizes. Congratulations. Let's just, we're just.
Stu says all beats next week will be there. Yeah, next week I am going to be creating tracks for my second album in a new experimental way where I'm collaborating remotely. I'm going to use Endless to jam with collaborators, and then I'm going to bring that those jams into Ableton and then try and polish them into tracks. That's the process I'm planning to use for this second album. I'm planning to live stream the whole thing, which is really exciting. But next week is an experiment to see how that all works. So tune in this time next week, 8:30 GMT next Thursday.
And my parents for encouraging me to love math and music.
Thank you to my parents.
Thanks to the creative for the creative spark. and new possibilities.
It's emotional watching this.
Well done. We are.
Look at these people making their dreams a reality. Like, as someone who has made their own code and their own technology, it is thankless, countless hours. So it's so nice they're getting some recognition here.
To get all of this, our first place winner. So get ready, because you are going to be at the 2022 NAMM show in January 2022. You're going to get a booth. You're going to get a sponsorship package, 2 years corporate membership of MIDI. You're going to get consulting. This prize is worth over $12,500. This is unbelievable. We are so excited,
Serious.
but we're not going to announce the winner, are we, Tim?
We are not going to announce the winner because that privilege goes to our head judge, Kate. So, Kate, it's over to you. Who did you pick?
Wow, this was so difficult. We have been arguing backstage the whole time. I've made some friends and I think maybe some enemies. It's been really hard, and I think all of us feel that all of the entries are amazing, and all the other entries that even didn't get into the top 10. It's the whole event and everything that this has stimulated, I think, has been incredible. We could not see the popular vote and how that was going. We did not know what that was until after we'd said what our decision was. We had no idea what that would be. We didn't know whether we would be in tune with the rest of you. We didn't know whether we'd be in tune with any of them, but it seems like that we are all hitting perfect pitch, because the winner is Fluid Pitch. Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Fluid Pitch won it.
Krishna. Congratulations, everyone, for picking the same winner.
Amazing. Krishna, I'm sure you've got some things you want to say, right?
I just want to thank everybody again, especially Eyal. I went to him with nothing but a great idea. And all we wanted to do was improve the any standard MIDI keyboard controller we all use. So sorry, I'm getting emotional. Thank you. Just thanks for everybody. And I'm looking forward to working with all you.
Oh, bless him. He's welling up, man. He smashed it. It's such a great product.
Team and all of you people, and let's take this thing forward and bring the power of scale lock pitch bending to every MIDI keyboard.
I'm getting
in
it.
the world.
I'm getting that fluid pitch.
Fantastic, Krishna.
What a word. You went around of applause.
Amazing.
Well done. We are so pleased for you. Very, very well deserved. All of our finalists have been incredible. You are all real innovators, and we cannot wait to see what you guys do next.
Indeed. And also to all our sponsors, thank you. You can see them all on screen here.
We're going to take a look at our sponsors. We are really grateful because it took so many people to make this happen. It wouldn't have been possible without our corporate sponsors. You've heard about a few of them already. We're going to give you a little name check because I think it's important that all the people that contributed, whether it was with prizes, whether it was with support, whether it was with help with this amazing venue, this wouldn't have happened without the sponsors' help. So I think from us, we're very, very grateful for that. And next year, maybe, hopefully, we'll be in NAMM.
Yeah.
We can do this in Anaheim.
We could be in Anaheim. We could even have what are those things? What do you call them? Those things where you get all the sponsors up on the side of the stage. They can actually be here all the time.
We won't need to stay this distance apart.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be able to.
We can do high five and hug.
It's going to be a very special time. It really will be. This has been such an innovative event because what we've done is bring 10 finalists, 6
guys. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight. It's been really, really fun. I'm honestly so starstruck by the people involved in this project, and to be asked to perform at the MIDI Innovation Awards. I'm humbled and my mind is blown, and I hope people saw it and I hope people like what I did because I was very proud of it. But thank you everyone who's tuned in. It's been really, really fun. Remember, you have 1 week left in our creation challenge. So although they are giving away $20,000 worth of prizes, we're also giving away some prizes. You could win a Shure prize bundle in my creation challenge. All you got to do is create some music using music technology of your choice. I've given a really clear, simple brief at this website, skshlomo.com/creation. And if you want to be part of it, it's free to enter. It's just a bit of fun. It's just a chance for people to express themselves. We also have our Creation Lounge WhatsApp group. If you want to be part of our Creation Lounge WhatsApp group for free, come and hang out with us. shlo.link/WhatsApp. And don't forget, I'm live every Thursday, so come join me next Thursday. I am going to be making tunes in real time with your help. I'm going to be commencing work on my second album. It's very, very exciting. I've got a great guest joining me next week, DJ Walde, who's a long-time collaborator of mine, an incredibly talented musician. Stu says, do you have a Discord? Not yet. We've been playing around with this WhatsApp, but maybe Discord is going to be where it ends up, because WhatsApp can be quite limited. But as a starting point, we're on WhatsApp. Stiggle, thanks for sharing. Mate, thanks for watching and for tuning in. Thank you to Laura for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who has tuned in and given us some knowledge and some love and some power and some energy. I absolutely love this community, so thank you. Thanks for sharing this with us, Shlo. Hadn't heard of these awards, and it was great to see these innovations. It's the first time they've done it, so that's why you haven't heard of it, but that was the first of many, hopefully. So yeah, thank you again. Come and see us on WhatsApp, enter your creations to the competition, and I will see you next week. Oh my days, look who's just commented. Beardy Man, drop a beat. Beardy Man. Oh my days! Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. It has been lovely. It's been wonderful. My name is SK Shlomo. We love Beardy Man. We love this whole community, and I will see you guys same time next week, 8:30. Don't forget to enter the creation challenge. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye.